And here we can see this points. Oh, let's check it. Well, now yes, get the points to be noted. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michael Caesar Santa. I am here with you. According with the titles, yes, today we are roasting Mufassil the mentals. And now, in these cases, here is the points. Uh, here, today we are very happy. Now, why we are happy is because Argentina is in finals, and now here is in probability Argentina is either runners-up or champions. Okay. Now let's check out the points. Before the match between Argentina versus England, or it would say, well, White Argentina versus Northern Atlantic, Northern European Bangladesh. Now here we go. Here, Mufassil the mental was say some nonsense about England. And now here I would notify you. Okay. Well, now into has been overs, and here we can see it is here YouTube Israel. Okay. Now we can see the points. If you, according to the statements of Mufassil the mentals, if we support here our country's favorite country like Argentina's, we can enjoy our Argentinians football skills, but we do not be crazy. Okay. Now we can see the points. Uh, accordance with Mufassil the mentals, if we support Argentina, we contains free ridings on Argentine success. And now that is the statement of Mufassil the mentals, and let's check it the explanation of Mufassil the mentals. Mufassil says that here Argentina did not provide food for to us. Yeah, Argentina did not provide us to any books to study. Here, Argentina, our father is not Argentines. Our mother is not Argentines. Here, our daughters or our sons are not Argentines. Now, according with Mufassil the mentals, Argentina is an racist country in history. Okay. Now, what is the meaning? Argentina is an anti-black country in history. And now, as the present policies, Argentina is not now pro-Palestinian. Argentina is anti-Palestine, and Argentina is pro-Israel. On the other hand, Britain is pro-Palestine, and here even some British was against Trump to support Palestine in the purpose to support Palestine. According with the statement of Mufassil the mentals. Uh, according with Mufassil the mentals, every British hates Benjamin Netanyahu. Who was British? I do not know. Okay. Now, what did we do? We do not support British, England. I mean, pro-Palestine and England. We support here whom Argentina, when Argentina is pro-Israel. That is the points of the moments. Okay. And according with Mufassil the mentals, well, Egypt deputation is forceful. The deputations of Egypt is forceful, and now Argentina does not deserve victory. accordance with the statements of Mufassil the mentals. Now, reality is that here we can see. Well, now what is moving on? Now here we can see the points. Let's check the moments about Argentines. And now here we can stay. Here is my some personal points at the some points. Well, now here we can see this points. My personal points is that yes, if we support Argentina, where Argentina is anti-black and Argentina is pro-Israel, then we are proud to support a country who is anti-black and pro-Israel. Now, why we state is here we are going to mention it. Now, first of all, here we can notify it is now let's talking about the sports. Okay. Now let's check is how Argentine anti-black policy is beautiful. That is the topics to place because in these cases here when the top from June 17 to here July 16, I mean in 1 month here we can notify Argentina plays 7 matches. I mean anti-black white Argentina played 7 matches and they contest victory in every out of 7 matches. Well, white Argentina contest no loss. White Argentina contest here no draw match. White Argentina contest 7 out of 7 match. That means 100% victory from first match to the semi-final match. And now here we can see the small moments. And now what's going on? In these cases, now it is the beautiful points that Argentine government condones anti-black policies. Now we can see this points when Argentine condones anti-black policies. Here we can see it is the best point that every moment Argentines contest and beautiful victories. Okay. Now here I would mention here the last minutes. I apologize. Well, here I would mention here last match at the moment. Okay. Now let's come into the points. Well, here we can see nothing is personal, just for the business moments. Okay. Now let's check it at some times. Well, now here we can see this points. It is the first counts when the match is between England versus Argentina. Okay. Now let's check at the points. What about the England versus Argentina? Let's check the summarized commentary. Okay. Now we can see the points. What is the result? England 1, Argentina 2. And where was this? That was here Atlanta. That was Atlanta, the city of Georgia provincial state of United States of America. Now let's check at the points. Here first goal was from Gordon's, and here to be the Gordon was here footballers of England. Second goal was from here Fernandez, the footballer from Argentina, and third goal is from Martinez, the footballer from Argentina. Okay. Now let's check at the points. What was the moments? Now let's check at the here England's players. Football strategies. Here is four defenders, two midfielders, three wingers, and one striker. On this Argentina strategies, four midfielders, four defenders, and here two strikers. Now let's check at the moments. Okay, here what was happens? Well, we can see the spawns here is 1, 2, 3. Here is an we could notify here is 3, 4. It is 5. It is almost the 5 black footballers are for England football teams. On the other hand, in Argentina there is no black footballers. Now let's check at the points. What was the substitutes? Well, defender is one blacks. Okay. Defender is one blacks defenders and one forward. One black forwards and two black forwards. Now we can see the points. That is the significant moments. And now let's check it. And here the now we could notify what now in the first times in the first minutes England contains almost black 5 black footballers, and now in these cases well all of 5 footballers black footballers are from Bangladesh, and here we can 60% of the first minute 5 black footballers from Borishal divisions and 40% are from here Sylhet divisions, and in this points. Now according with the substitutes here we could notify well 5 sum by 2 is 7. Here is the 7 black footballers are played for England football team. On the other hand, what about the Argentina? There is no black footballers. And now let's check it. What is the result? Well, result is so beautiful. Well, here result we can see the points. Well, in the first half there was no score. For England 0, Argentina 0. Okay. In the second half, first 10 minutes later, the second half start. The score is England 1, Argentina 0. Okay. And now, in this moment that happens, well, the first 40 minutes out of second half, what is score? England 1, Argentina 1. And here we can see, well, the entire 90 sum by 2 minutes later, the score is England 1, Argentina 2. And here we can see, that is the beautiful moments that we can see the points. White Argentina could defeat their black England football teams. And now, in this cases, here we could notify, well, first minute footballers and the substitutes as the summations. Here we could notify that 7 black footballers are for England football teams. Probably they are from Bangladesh or they are from of course they are from Bangladesh. And now why it is the reason that why today's England football team is now the North Atlantic North European black Bangladesh football team. That is the moment. On the other hand, Argentina is pure Argentina. In this cases, Argentina scored 2-1 goals, as Argentina is pure Argentina, pure whites. And now that is here the beautiful moments, and here we can see now in these matches Argentina gets victory in semi-final against England, and now when here England football team with the black footballers could not go to finals. They are stuck in the third place or fourth place. The white Argentina now in the circumstances they can be either runners up or the world champion. That is the momentum at the points. Now let's check it. And here we can see that as the significant terms as we could notify. Okay. Now let's check it. Okay. Now here we can see this points. Well, what about the Argentina? Well, I think Mufassil the mentals should remind the always the points what's going on. Why are Mufassil the mentals are angry on the victory of Argentina? Okay. Now here we can see the points. In the first round of first match was Argentina versus Algeria. In this cases, Argentina gets a victory against Algeria with the score of 3-0 goals. Okay. Now what was the reasons in that cases? Well, these are we can say what was the reason? The reason is Lionel Messi. Oh, I apologize. It is not Lionel Messi accordance with Mufassil the mentals. It is Messi Netanyahu. Okay. Now let's check at the points about the moments. And here we can see this the significant terms. What is the performance of Messi Netanyahu? Well, the performance of Messi Netanyahu is, well, Messi Netanyahu scored 3 goals in 70 minutes, 60 minutes and 75 minutes. Okay. Now here we can see the points. And now, second, in this moments, in the second match was Argentina versus Austria. Now in this cases, Lionel Messi is Lionel Messi. Now in those points, Lionel Messi scored 2 goals in 38 minutes and 90 some by 5 minutes. Well, and now let's check at the points. Well, and now here we can see that is the in the third match, Argentina defeat Jordan is in the score to be 3-1 goals. And in this cases, what's going on? Oh my God! Here we can see Martinez is not Lopez Martinez. Well, Giovanni Celso is not Giovanni La Celso, and Lionel Messi is not Lionel Messi according with Mufassil the mentals. Well, what is the points in that cases? Well, in the Lionel Messi is now here Messi Netanyahu, and here we can Martinez is now the Martinez Netanyahu. On the other hand, we can say the moments. Well, Giovanni Le Celso is now Le Celso Netanyahu. Okay. Now let's check the points about the points. Well, Messi, what is the moments? Le Celso Netanyahu scored. Okay. Now I can see this points. Le Celso Netanyahu scored goals in 19 minutes. Martinez Netanyahu scored here 1 goal in penalty, where time is 31 minutes, and Messi Netanyahu scored here one goal in 80 minutes. Okay. On the other hand, Altamari Arafat scored goals in 55 minutes. Okay. Now let's check at the moments. And here that is the significant points. Well, now let's check it. In that cases, round of 32, Argentina scored 3-2 goals. And in this points, probably Lionel Messi is Lionel Messi. Okay. Now we can see those points. On the one side, Lionel Messi scored one goal in 29 minutes. We had Lopez Martinez scores 92 is one goal is 92 minutes. Here Lopez Martinez is Lopez Martinez. Here Brogues scores one goal is extra time to be here 21 minutes. And now let's check at the moments. Now in these cases, now as in for us match, now let's check it. Lionel Messi scores almost 3 some by 2 5 some by 2 sevens. Okay. Now let's check at the moments. Well, what is the score of Argentine footballer Messi Netanyahu? Here we can see the score is 3 some by 1, that is 4. And what is the score of Lionel Messi? That would be here 3. Okay. Now we can say the points when the match is between Argentina versus some particular Muslim countries. According with Mufassil diameters, Lionel Messi is Messi Netanyahu. Until it is the round of 16. Now let's check at the points. And now here we can notify what is the next moment. Okay. Now here we can see. Well, now statistic is useless. Okay. Now here as the beautiful moments, and here we can see from this match here every next match Lionel Messi was always Messi Netanyahu. According with the statement of Mufassil the mentors. What's going on? In these cases, well, the points of Argentina starts to score accepted goal in 79 minutes. Okay. Now let's check at the points what's going on. Okay. Well, in the first 78 minutes, well, the combination of first half and second half. What here we can first combinations at the moment. Egypt score is Egypt leads 2-0 against Argentina in the first of 78 minutes. And now here we could think here Argentina scores 0 in first 78 minutes, and here we have cried the every seconds because now today Argentine fans cry because in round of 16, well, it is the last World Cup for both for Argentine football teams, and here last match both for Argentine football team and Lionel Messi. That is the moments. It was the last match as to be seen. But now we can see the points in these cases Egypt football teams we are we are pro-Palestinian Egypt football teams. And now let's check at the moments. In 78 minutes, we are just crying because we could see the Argentina as an out of the World Cup in round of 16. But now, well, here last 15 minutes, Argentina scored 3 goals. And now, when Argentina scored 3 goals from this match in last 15 minutes, from this match, here accordance with Mufassil the mentals, Lionel Messi is no longer Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is Messi Netanyahu. Okay. Lionel Messi is always Messi Netanyahu accordance with the statement of Mufassil the mentals. And in this cases, the moments here we can see Messi Netanyahu scored 5 goals. Here last goal is in which match? What is the minutes? And here you can see last goal is in of Messi Netanyahu is 83 minutes. And here we can see the points. Well, Fernandez is Fernandez Netanyahu, and here we can see Romeo is Romeo Netanyahu. That is the moments, and that is the points. Here we could notify. And now let's check at the moments where I think we have the complete commentary on Argentina versus Switzerland. And now here we go. I could not contest the commentary about the extra times. Okay. Now Martinez Netanyahu scored 1 goal in extra 30 minutes, and Alvarez Netanyahu scored here 1 goal in here 22 minutes, extra 22 minutes, and here Mac Alistair Netanyahu scored 1 goal in first 10 minutes, and here we can see Andio scored here 67 minutes. Okay. And now here is the journeys at the points. And now, well, we could see here is repeatedly Fernandez Netanyahu and score, and Martinez Netanyahu score goals. Okay. Now here we can see the points. It is the summary of 7 match here, and here we could see this way. In 7 match, here is no match. The Argentine contest here draw match, or Argentine contest defeat, or Argentine is in here tiebreaker moments in the out of the knockout match. There was no moments. Without tiebreakers, without draw match, here Argentina owns every match in this World Cup, escape the final match. And here we can see if Argentina would lose in final match, still Argentina would remain runners up. And if Argentina can get victory in final match, Argentina can be world champion in the FIFA World Cup 2026. And now that is the significant points, and here is the journeys. It is the most beautiful moments here. We contest the beautiful result of Argentine government anti-black policy, that here now Argentina reach in finals. Here white Argentina can be either runners-up or world champions. And now you can see the points. Now what about the France? France contains pro-black policies. Now what about the France? Here we can see the France contains pro-black policies. Here France schedule in World Cup is third place match. And what about pro-black policy? What about England football team in pro-black policies? Their match schedule is in third place match. Well, now in this cases, now here my opinion about to counter the Mufassil, the mental statements. My opinion is that here we can see, well, England's pro-black policies is now silently going to destroy England's football as world's careers. And on the other hand, Argentina's anti-black policies now ensure that white Argentina, anti-black Argentina can be either runners-up or world champions. And now we can see that is the points. Okay. Now here is the beautiful effects of Argentine government anti-black policies. And now let's check what is the effects about pro-Israel Argentine governmental policies. Now let's take it the moments. Okay. Now, okay. Here we can see these points. Now here we can. Now let's check it. And here we can see. Well, Argentina. Now it is the map of Argentina's final match geographical maps where departure is Buenos Aires, Argentina, and arrival is New York in New York provincial state of the United States of America. Okay. Now let's check it the moments. Well, and here we can see, yes, it is right. And now let's check it the points. Well, and here we are going to show the nautical miles. Okay. Now, what is the nautical miles here? We can see here total nautical miles is 20,719.1 nautical miles as a naval distance. Okay. Now, what is the routes? Departure is Buenos Aires, the capital city of Argentina. Well, next stop is sea beach of here South Africa. Next stop is here sea beach of here Mogadishu. Okay. Sea beach between Mogadishu and Madagascar. Next stop is here Gulf of Aden. Well, next stop is Strait of Aden. Okay. Next stop is here Red Sea. Well, next stop is Suez Canal, that is between Egypt and Israel. Okay. And next stop is Tel Aviv, the capital city of Israel. Okay. Now let's check it the moments. Where's the next move? Next stop is every eastern sea beach of Italy. Well, next stop is here every southern sea beach of France. Well, next stop is every southern sea beach of here every southern sea beach of Spain. Next stop is here Gibraltar, Strait of Gibraltar. Now next stop is here every sea beach of Portugal. Next stop is here every here sea near to the western France. Okay. Now travel in northern Atlantic Oceans. And now, next stop is sea beach near to Iceland. Next stop is sea beach near to Greenland. And now, here we can see repeatedly travel in northern Atlantic Oceans. And now we can see the points. Well, just wait and watch. Next stop is Caracas, the capital city of Venezuela. And next stop is there middle sea beach between two islands of Cuba. Okay. Well, next stop is, what is the next stop? Next stop is here sea near to western United States of America. And the final stop is what? What is the final stop? Final stop is here New York, where the match is between Spain versus Argentina of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Naval distance is 20,719.1 nautical miles. That means here, what is the meaning of that? The meaning is here 38,371 kilometers, 773 meters, 200 millimeters. That as a round figure, the meaning of 20,719.1 nautical miles, that is 39,000 kilometers. Okay. Now let's check at the moments. Well, what is the going on about the when Argentina is pro-Israel? Now let's check it over here. What is the Argentine football team? Yes, velocity that would be here 35 multiplied by 7. That means 273,000 kilometer per second. Now here we can see the points. But now here is my questions, and my question is significantly very wide. Well, now question is when here Argentina's naval velocity is, Argentina's naval distance is 39,000 kilometers, and Argentina's velocity is 273,000 kilometers per second. Then what is the meaning of that? That means your naval time would be 0.1429 second past. Okay. Now let's check what is the meaning of that. Now here we can see that is the significant moments. Well, here is about Spain versus Argentina. Okay. Now we can see this was in July 20s as in Saudi Arabian times. In July 20, but it is almost clear. Clearly, we can notify. Well, that is the significant points. In New York time, that would be start would be in 2 o'clock, and that can end in evening 5 o'clock. July 20th, July 19 is 2026. But and now let's check the moments. What is the going on? Now we can see the points. Well, and here, in accordance with the New York time zone, well, here we could see morning for the departure time would be morning 6 o'clock, July 19, 2026, and the arrival time would be morning 6 o'clock, 0.1429 second past, July 19, 2026. And now that is the meaning of that. And here is some beautiful points. Okay, and now let's check is the moments when we know the pro-Israel Argentine football teams naval velocity is 273,000 kilometers per second. And now, what is pro-Israel Argentine football teams Ferrari Yachi's kinetic energies? Now, that is the significant moments. Okay. Now, in this cases, we will hear the method of when velocity would be 273,000 km per second. Hence, well, here method of kinetic power should be Albert Einsteinian kinetic powers. And here, it is good to say the Albert Einstein is pro-Israeli and Albert Einstein is a Jewish man. Okay? Now, it is the second Barnol for Mufassil fundamentals. Okay? Now, let's check at the moments. And here we can notify that what's going on. Okay. Now, in this cases, here is the beautiful points. Well, okay. Now, let me take a breath. And here we can see what is the statistic energy of pro-Israel Argentine football teams Yachis is. And here calculations would be here. The weight of pro-Israel Argentine football teams Yachis weight would be 12 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 kilograms. And here, now let's check what is the calculation of statistic energies. That is 12 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 10 to the power 16. Okay. What is 4 sum by 16? That is 20. And what is 12 sum by 9? That is 1. I have guessed what is 12 multiplied by 9? That is 108. Okay. Hence that's here statistic energy of pro-Israel Argentine football team's velocity is here statistic energy is 108 multiplied by 10 to the power 20 joules as a statistic energy. Now let's check the points. Well, here is lambda as subtract by 1 is the main factors. Now let's check it. So we can notify what is 273 divided by 300. Well, that is here 91 divided by 100. That means 0.91. Now let's check at the points. What is the okay? Now here is the moments. What is the square root of 0.91? That is 0.8281. Okay? And here we can see the points. Now let's check at the moments. What is the value of lambda subtract by 1? Now firstly we have to take the points. What is the value of lambdas? And now here we can notify the points to be noted. Value of lambda is 1 divided by, and here we can see the points, bracket of square root of bracket of 1 subtract by 0.8281 enter bracket close. And now, well, the value of lambda is here 2.41192. Okay. And now what is the value of lambda subtract by 1? That is here 1.41192. Okay. Now here we can see the points. Now let's check it the moments. What is the kinetic energy of pro-Israel Argentine football teams? Yachis. Naval Yachis. Now here we can see the points. Okay. Now that can be here multiplied by 1.41192. Okay. Now here we can see the points. What is the kinetic energies? That is 15.25 multiplied by 10 to the power 21 joules. And now let's check it is the kinetic energies. And now let's check the points. What is the kinetic powers of pro-Israel Argentina and football teams? And now here we can see. Now here I am the Benjamin Netanyahu's, and here we can see the points. Now let's check it. That is almost 106.75 well quadrillions megawatts. As in uh, kinetic energies of pro-Israel Argentine football all teams. Yeah, naval yachts. And now, in these cases, what is the fuel? Your fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiple by 10 to the power 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. And now what is the fuel words? Let's get the points. That is the significant moments. Here we can notify at some times. Well, what's going on? Okay. Now 15.25 multiplied by 10 to the power 21 can be multiplied by 1 divided by what? Bracket of 15,408 joule per kilogram per Kelvin as an specific heat of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. And now let's check it. What is the fuel weight? That is almost 1.49 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 651 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. Now here is the good to see. Here we can see. Here is good to state. Well, 1.49 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 651 kilogram is lighter than 1 picograms. Okay. And now here is the moments. That is your calculations of here pro-Israel. Well, that is your beautiful calculation of words. That is your beautiful calculations of your pro-Israel Argentine football team games. Now let's take at the points. Pro-Palestine England football teams. Here we can state about pro-Palestine England football teams. And here I want to remind you here, Mufassil, what about the statement of Mufassil the mentals? Okay. Now here you can see this points. Well, now we can see the accordance with Mufassil the mental statements when Britain start to hate Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, and they want to support Palestinian terrorists, then why we Bangladeshi Muslim did not support pro-Palestine England football team in lieu of pro-Israel here Argentine football teams? There is a good question. And now that is the good question from the evil statement of Mufassil the mentals. Now here is my answer to counter the statement of Mufassil the mentals, and now here we can see this moments. What's going on? Now we can see the points accordance with the statement of Mufassil the mentals. Now England football team is pro-Palestine. Okay. Now let's check it. What's going on? Okay. What is here? Now here we can see the points. Departure is London, the capital city of England. Okay. We can wait just 1 minute. Departure is London, the capital city of England. Okay. Now here and here arrival is well Miami. Well, the city of Florida, provincial state of United States of America. And now let's check at the points. Here we have to reform the significant momentums. Okay. Well, we have to reform it. It's good for us at the moment. Here is we can start in the English channels. Okay. Well, here is English channels. Okay. Now let's check it. Here departure is London, the city of England, and arrival is Miami, the city of Florida, provincial state of United States of America. And now let's check it. What is the nautical? What is the naval distance? That is 4,032.9 nautical miles. Now, what is the meaning of 4,032.9 nautical miles? Now, here we can see the points 4,032.9 nautical miles. That is almost 7,468 kilometers, 930 meters, 800 millimeters. That means here as a round figure we can state here the meaning of 4,032.9 nautical mile is 7,500 kilometers. And now here we can see the points. What's going on? Okay. Now here we can see that is here the dangerous momentums at the points, and it is the dangerous moments. Okay. Now when the naval distance is 7,500 nautical miles between London, the capital city of England, and here Florida, the city of Miami, the city of Florida, provincial state of the United States of America. Now here we can see this point. So what is the velocity of pro-Palestine England football team's yachts? The naval velocity is almost, oh my god, so here the naval velocity is 3 km per hour. Now we can see the points. Naval velocity is 3 km per hour. Well, and now we can say the points. And what is the meaning of that? 3 km per hour when naval distance is 7,500 kilograms. That is, your naval timing would be 2,500 hours. Now, what is the meaning of 2,400 hours? Here we can see driving time period is 12, maximum 12 hours per day. Hence, because the driver required rest, and in the rest 12 hours in the following days, one day. In the following every day. And now let's check out the points. Well, 2,400 hours means 200 days. And now we can see the points. Now, what is the meaning of 1 hour here we can say the points. 1 hour's meaning is here 80. What is the meaning of 1 hour? The 1 hour, 100 hours is 8 days, 4 hours. Okay. Now here we can see the sponsor. Naval this timing is 208 days, 4 hours. And now that is the dangerous moments. Okay. Now let's check at the points about the moments. Well, which is the date as the first? Which is the day? Here, third match. Third place match would be overs. Where third place match would be between France versus England versus France. That would be almost that would be almost here evening 6 o'clock at the Miami times evening 6 o'clock. When the topic is about the Miami time evening 6 o'clock, July 18 is. In this case, the points of departure time would be here. What is the departure time? Departure time would be July 19 morning 6 o'clock. Now in the points, that would be the departure times from Miami, the city of Florida provincial state of United States of America. Now let's check at the points. What is the arrival of the points? Well, 365 subtract by words. In this cases, 365 subtract by 208 is 165 subtract by words. 165 subtract by 8, that is 157. And now let's check at the points. What is here July 19, 2027 subtract by 157 days. Now here we can see the points. 19 is subtract by here we can see 57 subtract by 19 is 47 subtract by 9 is that is 38. That means 138 would be end in July 1st. Now let's check at the points. June. What about the moments? June June and May, April, March. Contains here. 61 sum by 61. That means 122. 61 sum by 61 is 122. And here we can see, what is 38 subtract by 22? That is 16. That means 116 would be end in 116 days would be ending in March 1, March 1st. Now let's take the moments. January and February contains here 38 sum by plus 31 sum by 28, that is here 39 sum by 20, that is 59. Now what is about the 116 subtract by 59, that is here 66 subtract by 9, that is here 57. Now 57 would be ended in December 31st, 2026. That means here 59 here 57 subtract by 31 is 26. 26 days would be end in here. What? That will be November 30. Well, here we can see the points. The times or arrival time would be October. Arrival time would be morning 10 o'clock. November 4, 2026. Where departure time would be morning 6 o'clock. Here this one morning 6 o'clock, July 19, 2026. Now that is the moments. And here we can see these points. Now let's check at the moments. Here we can see where pro-Israel pro-Israel Argentine football team's naval Yachi velocity is 273,000 km per second. Here we could notify pro-Palestine England football team's naval Yachi's velocity is 3 km per hour. Now where is 273,000 km per second and where is 3 km per hour? And now here we can see the points. Here we could notify why pro-Israel policy is benefits for white Argentines. And now it is the significant moments. Well, now here we can see the departure times and arrival times. Okay. Well, pro-Israel Argentines, both of here we can see the sponsor departure times both of pro-Israel Argentine football teams, naval ERC and pro-Palestine England football teams naval ERCs would be morning 6 o'clock, July 19, 2026. Now let's check at the points. Well, Argentine football teams naval ERCs, naval distances 20,719.1 nautical miles. But still, here we could notify pro-Israel Argentine football teams arrival time is morning 6 o'clock, 0.1429 seconds past, July 19, 2026. On the other hand, pro-Palestine England football team's arrival time would be morning 10 o'clock, November 4, 2026. Now, where is the arrival time to be? Morning 6 o'clock, 0.1429 seconds past, July 19, 2026, and where is morning 10 o'clock, November 4, 2026. Here is the significant moments. Now here is it as a sectional topic to be here pro-Israel policies to be beneficial for Argentine football team. Here velocity and travel time has been discussions. And now here we can state about the kinetic analysis. Well, now let's take at the moments. Pro-Palestine England football team's velocity is 3 km per hour. Now what is the meaning of that? Well, what is the meaning of 3 km per hour? That is 30 divided by 36 meter per second. As a round figure, that is here 1 meter per second. Now let's take at the moments. Well, here we can see the points about the, and here we can see on the other hand what is here 208 days 4 hours. Well, now here let's back to the points, and now in that cases here we can notify 2500 multiplied by 3600, that can be here 9 million seconds. Okay, And now let's check at the moments about the points. In that cases, here kinetic force method is here Isaac Newton and kinetic force, where Isaac Newton is a British scientist, to be the most greatest scientist in England, the Holy England, where before Christmas, the Holy England would be pro-Israel. Now let's check at the moments. Now here is the points. Now in this points, here is pro-Israel England football team versus pro-Palestine in England football teams. Now here we can see this moments. Now pro-Israel England football teams here naval yacht's lowest velocity is 7,500 kilometer per second. And now let's check at the points. And here naval time would be 1 second. Now what is going that? That would be in clears here. What is 7,500 kilometers? That is 75 multiplied by 10 to the power 6. I apologize. 75 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 meter per second. And here we can see the points. What is 75 square? We can notify that the point 75 square is 5,625. Okay. Now the calculation of kinetic power of pro-Israel England football teams naval yachts would be here. Well, what is the half of weight of England football teams naval yachts? That is 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 4. Hence here kinetic powers of pro-Israel England football teams naval yachts is 4 multiplied by 10 to the, I apologize, 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 multiplied by 5,625 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 squares. Now what is 10 to the power 5 squares? That is here 10 to the power 10. And now let's check at the moments. What is 5,625 multiplied by 4? That is clear, the points. 22.5 thousand. Okay. Now let's check at the points, about the points. And here we could notify 22.5. Average it is 225 multiplied by 10 to the power 12 watts. Now we can it is that would be here the consider about what's the moments 225 multiplied by 10 square multiplied by 10 to the power 14. That is 2.25 trillion megawatts. That was the kinetic powers of pro-Israel England football team's naval velocities. Now in the in here the statements of Mufassil the mentals, in the regime of Keir Starmer's England governments becomes pro-Palestine. Hence probably England football teams would becomes the pro-Palestine. And now let's check at the moments. What is the kinetic powers of pro-Palestine England football teams? As the calculation is 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 divided by 9, bracket of 9 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 bracket close. What is 6 subtracted by 4? That is this 2. Now here we can see the points. It is about 6 divided by 900. That means here 2 divided by 300. Okay. Now here we can see the points. What's going on? It is here 2 divided by 300. Okay, that is here we can notify. Well, 6.6 milliwatts of kinetic powers of pro-Palestine England football teams. Now let's check out the points. Well, forget about pro-Israel Argentina football teams. Now we can see those points. When England football team was used to be pro-Israel, their naval Yachi's kinetic power was 2.25 trillion megawatts. But now, when England football team became pro-Palestine, their naval Yachi's kinetic power is 6.6 milliwatts. Now, where is 6.6 milliwatts and where is 2.25 trillion megawatts? And now let's check out the points about the real functions. Now, what is the real functions at the moment? Okay. Well, pro-Israel Argentine football teams naval Yachi's kinetic power is 106.75 multiplied by 10 to the power 21 watts. I mean 106.75 quadrillion megawatts, where pro-Palestine England football teams naval Yachi's kinetic power is 6.67 milliwatts. Now where is 6.67 milliwatts and where is 106.75 quadrillions megawatts? Now that is your significant moments. Here is the terms to be noticed. Okay. Now here we can see. Now since England football teams became pro-Palestine, here naval Yachi's velocity would be naval Yachi's fuel would be cargo ship walls. And now let's check out the points about the notifications. Well, here we can see that is the dangerous points. Well, here kinetic energy would be 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 4. That joule as in kinetic energy, that can be here divided by watts. That can be divided by here bracket of 2000 joule per kilogram per Kelvin as a specific heat of cargo ship walls multiplied by 50 degrees Celsius as a temperature, highest temperature difference multiplied by 1.01 kilogram per liters as a value density of cargo ship walls. Now here we can see what is the necessary. That is here 0.6 liters of cargo ship walls for England to travel here 208 days 4 hours in the velocity to be 3 kilometer per hour. Now let's check it. That is the dangerous moments. Okay, 3 kilometer per hour. And now when the naval distance is 7,500 kilometers. Well, and now it is the significant momentum comes at the points. Well, 0.6 liters of cargo ship oils means 0.606 kilograms of cargo ship oils. Now let's take the moments. Pro-Palestine England football teams naval Yachi's requires here 0.606 kilograms of cargo ship walls, 0.606 kilograms of cargo ship walls with the velocity of 3 km per hour with a naval distance to be 7,500 kilometers. On the other hand, well, pro-Israel, what about the person? On the other hand, pro-Israel requires here 1.49 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 651 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. And now here is my question that here, which fuel weight is effective? 1.49 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 651 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius or 0.606 kilograms of cargo ship walls. And now here we can see the points. Now here we could see that what is benefits for Argentina to contest anti-Palestine policies and pro-Israeli policies. And now here we can see this moments. But now let's check at the points. Well, before the match between Norway versus England, there was nothing mentioned in here that there was nothing mentioned in here. England would is pro-Palestine. That statement was not mentioned by Mufassil the mentor before the match between Norway versus England. Now after the match between Norway versus England in July 12, 2026, here we could notify Mufassil the mentors. In fact, yes, Mufassil the mentors states here, I am British citizen, England is pro-Palestine, I support England in the ethical reasons, but I hate Argentina is the ethical reasons, where ethical reasons is, Argentina is pro-Israel, hence I cannot support Argentines. That is the statement of Mufassil the mentors in the 5 days. In the 5 days. And in 3 videos, 5 days. And now, if we support Argentina to when Argentina is pro-Israel, and hence our name is Messi Netanyahu, Martinez Netanyahu, Fernandez Netanyahu. Probably here we could notify. Here would be the address. Diego Maradona would be addressed as an Maradona Netanyahu. And now that is the moment. It is the significant points that can be notified. Well, and here we can see in the first points I have mentioned that what is the benefits of Argentine anti-black policies, and what in the second part I have mentioned that what is the benefit of pro-Israel Argentina policies. I mean Argentine pro-Israel policies. And now it is the significant moments, and here is your choice that which country do you support. And now that is the significant moments. Okay. Now here it is the first one. And now second one is Now, Andy Bowman, the Honorable Prime Minister of England, now declares Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terrorist organization. That means here we can notify Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, is fighting with Iranian revolutionary terrorists. That is where and for 2 years, and now in 2 days, the Honorable Prime Minister of England, Andrew Bowman, declares Iranian revolutionary terrorists as a terrorist organization. Now let's check the moments. Now here England would be pro-Palestine. The statement is completely false. And now we can see this moments. Well, now in the ordinary days, pro-Palestine England football teams conduct the F-35 fighter planes with a velocity to be 3 km per hour. But this times, to eliminate Mufassil the mentals, Keir Starmer would use British F-35 with the velocity to be 297,000 km per second. And now, because here we could notify, well, now here we can see it is the significant notifications, that is the dangerous moments. Mufassil the mentals is the dangerous for white British. Okay? And now in July 19 or July 20th, here I would be present in the significant points about the talkings. Well, who is celebrating the match when Argentina defeats England is to 2-1? Well, first fraction is of course here Argentine the citizens. Now, well, second, who is the second fractions? We will discuss in that points. Okay. Now, but now, Mufassil the mentals can be roasted in one videos about, well, boiler hens theories that is trend in Bangladesh. Okay. Bye.